Devlin here with another rant on the general malaise of BS we put up with. In this particular instance, the BS and weakness given human form. They are the subject, and they will continue to take everything they can from you until you learn to get together as a community and fight for your rights. They will continue to assume you are nothing, and they can dictate to you your rights through no permission but their own worthless globalist freak show leaders, who hunger for the flesh of children to both sate their dark thirst and extend their completely worthless lives. If you are in American territories, they do things like let natural disasters get ignored if they're not in a blue state and pretend there is no need for aid. They will continue to gerrymander away your freedom in favor of their socialist agenda, and will not let you choose who represents you in favor of their installed, pathetic loser puppets. They will continue to take little by little and stay up night after night, restlessly planning how to change the world around them into a place where they can safely be as grotesquely inhuman as possible with no reproach. These vegetable-like creatures are grown and programmed by these disgusting parodies of humanity that we let have money and allow our greed to blind us to their constant machinations. But there's something you need to understand. They don't want polite society or productive worlds. They want you neutered and powerless so they can rape and pillage and molest everything possible. The want to burn and loot and be above the laws humanity has lived by for hundreds, maybe even tens of thousands of years. They are animals, underdeveloped simians that have no impulse control, that begin and end with their own lusts and hungers and wants. They want everything because they're too stupid to realize they can't have everything, and they do not deserve to be in society. They are the enemy of all that is human and all that is good and pure. They cannot be trusted to even have a job, let alone firearms, vehicles. They shouldn't be allowed to have houses. They shouldn't be allowed to have anything. Not kids either. No reason to allow that. They can't make good choices. So we, as actual humans, need to show responsibility for our species. We are the only creatures on this planet that can. So long as these dysgenic, filthy swine live, they will try to get into your life and tell you how to live while they follow none of their own rules or tenets. And it's happening right now in real time. These people cheat, steal, and subvert, and that's all they have. They aren't good enough to do anything else, and it shows once they get into power. Sleepless nights trying to brainstorm how to take more from you, not because it's right or morally sound, but because it makes them feel better to take. It makes them feel in control, because they are out of control. It is the only thing a dumb animal like these walking piles of redundant genetics recognize as power is to take. So they will never stop until there's nothing left. And then they'll start taking from themselves. Because that's power. That's dominance. And they get to beat their weak, flabby chests to it. They aren't good enough to be a part of our world. They do not deserve your protection. And anyone who dares come between us and them must be treated like the traitors they are to humanity. Truly. And be punished if they even dare stop what must be done to secure our future as a species, without these human speed bumps rising up and causing yet another dark age, and burning yet another Library of Alexandria scale cultural adaptation because they are too stupid to recognize that it is necessary for the evolution of species. All they know is that we are going to leave them behind if we advance too much without them in the way. Left behind to slowly decaying ruins of their collective stupidity and hubris. That's their nightmare. So they can go back down to the bottom of the food chain, where half-wit scum suckers like them belong. You see, ladies and gentlemen, once you understand that these wretched, freakish, molesty sex pests are literally too warped, demented, and deranged, and negatively high impact, you'll understand that they do not deserve to be protected by society, and they're no longer welcome in it. And that's why they're attempting to change it with this woke BS narrative bullshit that they do. And also why they try to erase or rewrite history so we cannot remember when people understood this collectively and would either execute or neuter these subhumans the moment they started to cause trespass in our lives, in our culture, in our countries. These people, in the days when we knew what they were, it was us against nature, saw the light in this simple fact. Why can't we? They deserve to be thrown at. They are beneath us. They are beneath you. They're either on their bellies when they see us, or they are done. That is the way they should be. They do not belong anywhere but in the ground or out of the West forever. They must be physically stopped and punished for the world to see and televised. So every one of them understands inherently what their fate is. Just to remove all doubt. Just to confirm the fear that they all know to be true. They have to be excised from all offices and all schools and all institutions where we help to better our species. And mind you, these freaks are not human by a long shot. How do I know? Well, no human would allow their child to go to a drag queen story hour. Nor would they let their child wear clothing inappropriately lurid and disgusting. Nor would they let their child wear clothing of the opposite sex. Nor would they let these fucking ghoulish butchers tear apart their genitalia and turn these poor children into genetic dens like themselves, unable to procreate anymore. They also wouldn't let a bunch of disgusting scum have parades wearing sexually deviant gear that is meant for the bedroom right in the middle of the day for everyone to see, and also bring their children to the events. No human would allow these alphabet mafia wannabe freaks ideals and critical race theories into their children's schools so they can be indoctrinated into the meat grinder these disgusting filth represent. So they can be consumed like cattle. They are inhuman monsters and they must be stopped. This is socialist, evil, scumbag, bug-brained, belligerent subversion, and all you have to do is to get together with other actual humans who do not look like pink-haired or blue-haired, tattooed-up, nose-ring, idiotic edgelord freaks with their dumb-looking fucking haircuts, and weak, ugly, fat psychopaths or shrimpy, big-headed mutants with bird-like bodies. They're easy to spot. They're inhuman. They're subhuman. You can smell them. I bet you can almost taste them. And understand that these people must be brought down hard. Karma, if you believe in it, mandates it. They've done enough. And they need to be put out of every country they mean to choke out with their massive, needy stupidity. They are done. They have been done. And they will know it is us who will do them. And we'll do them but good. And they cannot sleep and stay up to try and take more with their granted but fake power that we politely allow because they are trying to stop us from sweeping them back into the dumpster fire that spawned them. They will offer no resistance. Those who protect them cannot and will easily abandon them because they are clearly disposable. Those who ward them security-wise will run and leave them to us alone. We are a tsunami of righteousness that will sweep all this disgusting, freakish, infectious human waste right into the sea, right off the map. There's no place on this planet they belong, in my opinion, and I think this has to happen before humanity is done. And I think it's happened before in human history, many, many times throughout our evolution and cultural development. It would explain why some of these permutations of humanoid adjacent offshoots never made it to this day. All the different species, the graciles, the robusts, because they were mentally and morally unfit for the future humanity once it became sapient could think of. Yet they stood in its way at the same time with that picture-perfect, numb, idiotic belligerence. So now they're extinct. They are marked for extinction, and their very act upon and against humanity is a signal to this very fact they know and fear. They are all on borrowed time. And do those of us a favor when we start the good work. Help her get out of our way while we fix our world to the right path to the future again. We don't want to waste your lives as you mistake them as human and attempt to protect them like they are. We would rather not punish you for this mistake. But brothers and sisters, you do not want to be between us and them. Food for thought that only humans are capable of, mind you. Be safe. Look after your kids. Try to have a good night.